Hey everybody, welcome to Anatomy Physiology class with yours truly, Mr. Derek T. Stevens, and my sidekick, Texas Walking the Wrong Way, Nelson. I'm glad he's here. He's been super busy. We got some huge news that no, I can't share with you just yet because Nelson will kill me. But Monday, some big, huge things are rolling out. Can you give him a hint at all, Mr. Nelson? What's going on?
Well, there might be some new training available to everybody.
Yeah. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, man, because there's going to be, anyway, I'm shutting up right now. As you guys can see my screen for my concept art class for the MMO that we're developing, this is going to be the first page. The top panels, Alethea, the harsh world, blah. I mean, I like it, but Mr. Ray came with a better idea. And my goal is to either pass it off to, is Eve here tonight, by chance?
It doesn't look like she is, no.
Scheiße auch. Well, my goal now is to ink all this tonight and color everything and letter it and get the whole page done by Monday. So is Wolf here tonight?
Yep.
Can you bring him in real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, baby? How you doing? I talked to Steve today, and I don't have the BuzzNet thing ever pulled up because it's distracting, and I would look at it and just lose train of thought. But he said you were spazzing out, like I don't want to ruin it. I can't color. BS, dude. You're awesome at it. So this is gonna be your first page. I'm going to ink it tonight. I'm going to send it off to you, and this is vitally important. And I hope you can commit in front of God, everybody in the 3D Buzz community, and also Texas Walking the Wrong Way, Nelson here.
You need it by Monday.
Well, I would actually need this probably by Sunday evening because I'm going to have to find a way to letter. You need good lettering?
Yeah. I'll work just on that, and that'll
okay,
be
cool.
my priority.
Awesome.
I guess I'll like welcome to my world. Well, that's what Steve said.
We will work at it closely together. Like I said, I'll ink everything tonight, and before I hit my pillow, I will be sending this to you, and then you can drop color on it. I'll get the page that Ray gave to me for you to look at, so you know where all the letters and what that actually says. But this will be the first page of the ongoing comic book, and it's, like I said, huge stuff is happening Monday, and we all need this to be part of the 3D Buzz things that are going on. So welcome aboard the team, man.
Yeah. So if I send you like what I've done earlier, are you going to be able to make comments on it saying, "Oh, I wanted this a little bit more like that," or something?
Well, what we'll do is
am I just completely in the dark and send it to you?
We'll talk a little bit after class. This is a good exercise. Let me kind of show the screen here because we are looking at beautiful anatomy and physiology here because they're women. Breast. Okay, under these notes right here, we have the 4 elemental types. We have this beautiful chick here with a nice violin shape for the tummy. And you can get rid of this. This is just the placeholder. What I need is a fireball that she's holding. It needs to be translucent so you can actually see her face through the fireball. This chick here, a strategically placed rock, is in front of her breast, so you can't see the nipple. PG-13. These are rocks that are like forming around her that she's controlling with her mind. This chick here, she's the water-based elemental, and all this is water wrapping around her legs and through here like this. And this is the air bender, air elemental. She is floating in the air, flying in, you know, like a blue background, whatever you want to do. Just have fun with it. And this whole thing up here I'm going to redo tonight. So Mr. Ray came with a great idea.
So I was supposed to color wind?
Yeah, color wind. What you can do, Steve and I hold on, let me show you this again because this is anatomy class. I can do this here as well. Let's see, Shadowrun, where are you at? Shadowrun. Fire elementals, burning hands, no, burning armor. Here it is. But we came up with this one right here. These are like fire blades that she's controlling, and he's going to put a color on top of it, of course, but then use a motion blur to like they're actually moving. So with the air chick here,
Oh, maybe like dust, kind of like a tornado type.
yeah, that would be great, something like that.
No, I've never done that, so I'll have to figure out how to do that.
Well, I think you can do it. Don't you, Mr. Texas Walking the Wrong Way Ranger?
Sure.
That is hard to say, by the way. Texas Walking the Wrong Way Ranger. That's very, very hard to say. I'm going to make up a different name for you next week, like every week. But all right, we have our assignments, and thank you, everyone, for indulging us in part of this of the class. Again, though, anatomy and physiology. Do we have people's homework, Mr. Nelson? I'm sorry, Mr. Texas Walking the Wrong Way Ranger.
Yes, I have 2 submissions.
Okay, let's go ahead.
And I have mine on my screen.
Okay, since Wolf was already here, let's take his screen, then we'll go over the other 2. We'll do a quick recap, do a quick 5-minute warm-up, and tonight we're talking all about hands, ears, and feet. Very, very vital. All right. So here we go. I like that back arch and that foot. The front foot needs a little bit of work, and of course we're going to go over feet tonight. Hands a little bit small compared to the rest of the body, but excuse me, Wolf, you're doing really good, man. I like that.
Thanks.
I like the breast. They're nice, they're perky, they're not too big. Good placement. Teardrop shape.
It's supposed to go back a little bit here, but it didn't look right when I was trying to do that. So,
And again, it really depends on what sort of
style.
Style and animal you're drawing. No pun on women being animals. They are animals. Never trust them. They will kill you in your sleep. I'm lying and trying. But sometimes you have that pectoral muscle that goes into the deltoid if they have low body fat, and you would see that. Or if the arm is flexed in a little bit more. But again, also depends on style. So very true. What's the other one you got for me, buddy?
This is the only one. I was struggling on the torso a lot.
The torso looks good. She looks real. I mean, that's a real woman right there. She's not elongated like all the work that I do. My work is stylistic, and Steve has scolded me many times for that. So you will like your work. I'm proud of you. Well done, sir.
So mostly it's the hands and the foot.
Yeah, the hands and that foot. And again, we're going over hands and feet tonight. So you did great. And I really love looking at the screen. It would be her right hand. If you're talking about her, it's her left hand. I love how you gave the indication. I see a thumb, and I can see fingers there without tons of detail. It's a hand. It's good. A little small. That's
yeah, it is very small. I realize that.
Well, you know, though, seriously, a lot of my work, I mean, a lot of my work now I just do like in the blink of an eye. My little girl's like, "Can you draw faster, Daddy?" I'm like, "Shut up." I didn't really say that, but I did think that. But sometimes you're so involved in your project, and you're, like you said, you were struggling with the torso, and then you forget to step back and look. The basic thing I always tell artists that I work with, and I really need to be more keen and do what I say. It's like pointillism. You know what pointillism, right?
Pointillism?
Pointillism is a picture made of dots.
Oh, yeah, that. Okay.
I forget his name. That I did have to study it in art history, and boop, it's gone. But if you take a piece of paper and roll it up, and you look through it, and put it on top of that painting, all you see are little bitty dots. And sometimes you get focused like a laser like that. That's all you see. So you need to take away that tunnel vision, step away from your piece, and then try to look at it holistically. And again, I'm guilty of it as well, and it does happen. But well done. I'm proud of you. And stay on line after this because we got lots to do.
Okay.
Dude, I'm excited. You're going to be making history here.
Pressure on.
Amen, baby. Time to sink or swim, and you'll be swimming. I guarantee that.
Cool.
Cool. Hells yeah. All right, Mr. Texas Walking the Wrong Way Ranger. What's the other homework we got tonight?
Oh, we got a Mr. Dimple and a Moonchild.
Dimple and Moonchild. Moonchild is meine Liebchen. Meine Eve.
Just give me 1 second.
No worries. Man, it's so nice to talk to people. I actually got to talk to my wife today and mother-in-law, which we went out to lunch. So, I mean, it wasn't like a total silent day, but all right. Mr. Dimple?
Indeed.
Well, first of all, I got to say you went balls to the wall on this one with that lace. That's hard to do. Whenever I draw snakes or dragons with tails, it is hard to get that sort of perspective that you need because it's wonky and long, and I love that ribbon that she's got there. She's in her dancer pose. I forget what position that's in. Here's my man card for even knowing that, but I do know that. I like her because she's more realistic. Again, not elongated. She looks like a healthy, real woman. Got to watch your hands, though. The hands, again, need to be a little bit bigger. The face is good. I love it. And I like where Mr. Dimple's going with the hair. A little too many striations in the neck makes her kind of look old. And the placement is not exact. What I'd love to see is where those lines are in the neck to erase them, but give her a clavicle, her collarbone, to really accentuate, because most dancers have very low body fat. And I think that would do really, really well. Good job, Mr. Dimples. You made me smile today.
Alrighty, next up we have a Eve.
My lips shown. Oh, look at there. That is sexy and sassy. Man, I wish he was here. Again, very stylistic. I love that sort of look. Definitely very marketable. Let's go with the first chick, green sweatshirt with the hoodie on. Okay, we have not gone over cloth in class. I'm saving that for the class following this under fantasy arts. So real quick recap, we have one more class after this one for anatomy and physiology. Next class is going to be on dynamic poses. Because, you know, I don't want to, you guys to only be able to draw a woman and man front and side view like image planes, so we're going to go over some basic blocking out to how you do dynamic poses. But I like the weight transfer that she has in the first chick. I love the high heels. Again, it kind of elongates the legs. She has a very angular style. I like, because that's what I do. And her line weight variation. If you take all that color away, it's a very good read. The color really, really helps. Love the shadow on the face. I love the expression, sort of nonchalant, blah sort of thing. If you put red hair on her, that almost reminds me of Sid a little bit, because she has that look too. I'm like, I'm going to do a magic trick for you, Sid. Isn't that cool? Nothing impresses the Curtis family at all. And I mean it, nothing at all. So with that said, we'll move over to the other dancer chick. I love the clothing design. I love the laces around her feet. And again, that's the quintessential look that I was trying to convey last class. When you have that arch in the foot there, it would be her right foot, but screen left foot. It's a beautiful arch. Her calf muscles, again, she's a dancer. The only thing I would tag her on is that calf muscle needs to be a little bit more slender compared to her other foot, because her other foot's holding all the weight. That muscle, the gastrocnemius, and the other one is flexed because the weight's on it, so it actually should be a little bit bigger as opposed to elongated where she's not having much pressure on that. But the clothing design, hair design, the eyes, color, really well done. So well done, Liebchen, sehr toll, bitteschön. And that's all I've got to say on that.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and jump back into Mr. Derek.
Roger that. All right, here's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do a 5-minute warm-up exercise. I'm hitting file. I'm going to hit new. I'm going to do 300 DPI. And then I'll do my standard 20 by 20 so I have a big enough screen to move about, muck about, and all that. Do not start yet because I don't want you to draw this yet. I have to move all this stuff down here. I'm going to select my non-photo. That's really a photo blue, non-photo blue. But back in the day, again, I'll tell a story again and again. When I did comic books back in the day, I would use a blue pencil to block everything out because when you photocopy that, it does not show up. So this is why I do my baseline like that. I create a layer right here. And that's where I'm going to be rendering, testing it out here. That's good. Control Z. And let me pick the right brush that I want. And I have to give kudos to Mr. Steve Curtis for this. I like the chalk brush. bump this up a little bit more. All right, this is good. Bringing my opacity down to about 39%, and I'm a happy camper. So what we're going to do tonight is a superhero type dynamic pose. You guys and gals are more than likely or more than welcome to follow along with me if you want. If not, do your own thing. We'll take screens, we'll go through it. Remember all the anatomy and physiology we've already learned, and let's see if you can start applying it to a dynamic pose instead of a stagnant pose. So, with that, Mr. Nelson, give me a countdown. You there?
Oh, yeah, I am here. And I was talking to myself. I seem to talk to myself a lot in this class. I'm actually distalling so the counter falls on an even number, which will happen in approximately now.
All right, so what I'm going to do is superhero, big sort of barrel chest area right through here like this. I'm drawing through here, making a pelvic region right through here. And this is where my little baseline, or yeah, little base area. And I'm going to connect it here like this. I'll make my head like this, and I have my shoulder area through here, and then I have where my elbow's going to go. Make my little forearm here, make my placeholder for my fist, and then come through here like this, coming down here like this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all this, hit Control T, shrink them down a little bit, move them up here like that, hit Enter, Control D to deselect, get my brush going back here like this, and then I'm going to come through here for a foot or his leg, and his other leg's going to come back behind here like this. So what I'm doing is drawing a superhero where you can't really see the feet, like he's in a flying position. So I'm going to make another layer, start darkening some things up. We'll give him some, we'll do the face first. The face is coming up through here like this. Some funky hair that's blowing in the wind, my ears, neck. Again, trapezius, I want to see some of the clavicle, trapezius, and then the deltoid area right through here, and then the bicep, tricep, then start connecting the dots through here like this, maybe a little bit more latissimus dorsi through here like this, pectoral range through here, then we'll have the deltoid, biceps on this side over here, tricep, come out here a little bit for the rib cage, and then I'm going to come back down here where the baseball home plate thingy is, and connect that up here like this. Get rid of this bottom layer right here because I don't really need it. And like last class, I showed you guys dots for where the eyes are going to start. Bring my brush down a little bit. Eyebrows like this. Come here for the hairline. Nose, a little V like this. Lips, cheekbones. Again, this is all subject to change because, well, it's kind of on the fly. And what I can do down here is make a little cape like this. Give him a little emblem like this here. And we'll call him Super Dude. And you can do some design elements for his costume if you want. What we'll do is maybe we'll give him some gloves like this here. And of course you have to have underwear on like that. And you got a little super dude running around and you can just start having fun with the color. So I'll pick a blue like this. Come through here. I have a mask on. You cannot tell who I am. Ha 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 ha. And how are we doing on time, Mr. Nelson?
You got a minute left.
Oh, crap, okay. Ideally, okay, let's say our light is coming in through here like this. So most of he's going to be lit on this side. So I'd actually start placing some shadows and through here like this. Highlights where the deltoid are at. A little bit where the bicep, tricep region come in. Nothing super spectacular. Definitely have some shadows. And through here where his lats are at. Some creases in his pants. And then I would just come down here like this for the legs. And then you can see, again, this is all lit on here. So the bottom side would be kind of in shadows like this. The cape is going to be lit on the back, but we can still have some fun with some shadows and stuff in through here. And then, you know, you can really come in here and do a little bit of highlights. Look at here. All right, so that's a quick dynamic down and dirty pose with not a lot of thought.
Alrighty, looks like you're just about out of time, or you are out of time.
I'm all right, that's good. Not bad for a quick 5-minute, not knowing really what I was going to do sort of thing. So I'm really anxious to see what the students have to show me after several weeks of anatomy and physiology. And this will kind of also help me gauge what the next class is going to be, what your guys and gals' grasp are of dynamic poses. So I need a volunteer.
Alrighty, hands up if you want us to switch over to your screen. Anyone?
Because we'll take random screens. You do not want that.
Yeah, I'm not. Not even Leonard.
Not even Leonard?
Yeah.
Take his damn screen anyway. Leonard, I'm taking his screen. Get the porn off.
Yeah, I'm way behind.
That's all right. I like that. It's kind of, he's got a little swagger looking thing going on.
Yeah.
You're not way behind. I was just moving very, very, very fast.
Yeah, you quick.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah, that's what I always hear too.
Don't make me talk about our time in the hotel room, Leonard, because I will bust that crap out again. Let's deconstruct what you're doing. I love how you drew through your rendering. I love your chest and your torso are rocking. You've got great placements for the legs. The arms need a little bit of work. Like you said, you're working on it. I like the sprigs or sprags, whatever you want to call about the hair, and you're getting the idea of the face down really, really good. So not a bad job for hurrying.
Okay, thank you, Derek.
I'm proud of you. I mean, considering where you've come from, you've come a long way, Charlie Brown.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be faster if I spent more time, but I'm spread across too many things. I'm bad.
You're a bad, bad man.
I'm a bad man.
Well, we'll just call you the Renaissance man. You do a little bit of everything. How's that?
Yeah, but this is actually becoming more and more important to me now, too, because really? I need to be able to create characters and stuff for an upcoming project,
all right,
which I'll discuss with you a little bit later.
It works for me, my friend. You keep it up.
Yeah.
And drawing is important because it finites your attention to detail. Whenever I was teaching in school, what I would do is I would show them how to draw the duck, like in 101, have a room full of kids, and we draw a duck. And I wouldn't tell them what we're doing. And like, oh, well, we did that. I'm like, okay, let's look at math and equations. And I really suck at math and equations. But seriously, but we broke it down. I'm like, because you did this, you were using your logical brain and your creative brain. And that's what math is. You can be creative with it. Can I get an amen, Mr. Texas Walking the Wrong Way Ranger?
Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. So because we did step-by-step with the duck, we did step-by-step with the equations, and helped engage both parts of their brains. So drawing is very important.
Yeah.
And it's great to pick up chicks, too. Like, hey, baby, let me draw you. Unless you make someone's boobs too big that don't have really big boobs. Like, is that what you want me to look like? Oh, no, baby, no, I'm sorry. That's happened more than once. Anyway, well done, Mr. Leonard. I'm proud of you.
No, thank you.
Quite welcome. Mr. Texas Ranger, do we have anybody else who wants to be a victim?
Indeed.
Rock on. Jane said.
Did she?
Jane,
Hello,
how you
hello,
doing, Mama?
hello.
Hello, hello.
Good, good. I just scaled his head, so I have to fix up here.
Well, you know what? Again, you've come a long way. I'm gonna bug you on something. I'm gonna dish you. Are you ready for this? Because it's funny. Is this Diaper Man?
This is who?
Is this Diaper Man? It looks like he has an adult diaper on.
Okay. Yes,
Like,
it
I'm
is.
never gonna volunteer again, you bunghole.
Yes, it is. It's a new character.
He's able to poop on you and throw massive tantrums.
Okay, I'm tired, so anything you say is going to be funny for me.
Poop. Okay, and breast. I can say poop and breast tonight because they're given. Let's look at the deltoid. Your screen left, deltoid looks great. Screen right, deltoid cuts in a little bit too far.
Where
yeah,
here?
Right, it would be his left deltoid. Where's the deltoid at, Jane? Make me proud. Yep, your shoulder muscle.
It goes where too far in here.
Yeah, into a little bit too far in there.
Yeah.
There, that's great. And again, we're going to go over hands and placement for hands tonight. So not a bad job. And you're getting really good at the face, too.
I was following you, sort of.
Well, you follow, I'll do my best to lead. And forever a fear, Diaper Man. Where's my passy? Well done, Jane. You keep up the good work, okay, girl?
Okay, thanks.
Diaper Man, I just dropped the load. All right, I'm sorry. And I haven't even drank anything tonight, so that's crazy. All right, here's the next victim on The Price is Wrong.
Wow, I really need to get this mute situation under control. Next up, we have Mr. Miguel.
All right. Mr. Miguel, my buddy, my pal, my Miguel. Are you there, buddy?
Hello, Mr. Miguel? There he is.
Dude, I'm loving it. I love it. Oh, I missed it. It's gone.
And it broke. And there
There
it
it
is.
is. Hey, I love it. I love the hair. It's very like manga-ish. It reminds me of like Final Fantasy, dude. I love the hair. I love that his eyes are kind of closed. The chest is beautiful. You got the direction going down. Again, we're making an athletic type character, and they're basically triangles, big broad shoulders and an itty bitty waist. So well done. We're going to work on hands tonight. I love the emotion in the face. Your straps in the neck and the trapezius muscles, spot on. Proud of you, dude.
Hi.
Hey, man. Did you hear anything I said?
Hello. Yes.
All right, good. I was like, man, he probably didn't hear me because he's looking for his headphones.
No, actually, it wasn't plugged in, but I heard everything. Don't worry.
All right, and I'm anxious to see what you're going to be coming up with for the next MMO class as well. So Miguel's,
I was. What?
it's Miguel's part of the art team for the MMO class, our newest member. I do want to give props out to you, and you're doing great, and I'm wanting to see more and more of your stuff, so keep it up, all right?
Okay.
All right, love it, love it.
Alrighty. It looks
Thank
like
you.
the final victim on our list is a Mr. Wolf Knightley.
All right. Wolf, why aren't you coloring? Oh, yeah, I haven't sent it to you yet. I'm teasing. I see what you're trying to do, kick that his leg back to give it a little more depth, but it's kind of an odd angle like that.
Yeah, it is. It's true.
No, that's good, but this is what the base, your base is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a quick sketch, so you block things out and you get ideas. What you may want to do instead of kicking it back out like that is make a small triangle underneath the kneecap, so it looks like you just see part of the foot.
So it looks like you just see the foot.
Yeah, just like that. Yep, just like that. And then his other foot down there, what you can do is also point it down like that, like you have it, so it looks like he's floating in air.
But
Go ahead and bring it down to a point of a tree. Yeah, just like that. Make it a little bit bigger, of course, but that way it gives the illusion like, hey, I'm floating in air, sort of thing. But your body's spot on, man. I'm really liking what you're going. I can see his biceps. Everything is proportionate. The hands right now look great. Loving what you're doing. Seriously. Keep up the good work, man.
cool. Thanks.
Cool. All right, that's a 5-minute warm-up. The reason why we do our warm-up is because I want to make sure my stylus and all my crap are working, but I also have been drawing by hand diligently and a lot here lately, so I need to digitally draw more. All right, so what I want you guys to do is make another piece of paper for me, 300 DPI, 20 by 20. And what we're going to do is we're going to follow along on the ears first. I got my little page here that I've been working on today, different hand positions, different feet, step by step, so we can start learning how the feet, the bottom of the feet, and how I web out my hands. The ears, what we're going to do is a side view of the ear and a 3/4 part of the ear. Let me go ahead and make another layer so I can draw on top of this. And I will get a red out as such. And my ears, not my ears personally, man, if I was a millionaire, dude, I would have like pointed ears. So my wife secretly hopes I'll never be a millionaire. So my ears right through here, right? It's almost, again, it's a little pointy. Sorry about that. Maybe it's a Freudian slip. They don't have to be quite that pointy. But it's almost an oval shape. Here, let me do it again so we're not drawing a Vulcan or a semi-Vulcan. I come in here through like this, earlobe down here, and this outer ring here is going to be the biggest part. There's this really delicate parts in the ear, and it's all made of cartilage. I mean, it bends, thank God. And I was thinking the other day, and I actually told this to Steve. So, you know, it's really cool that we have ears, because otherwise where would we put our glasses at? I mean, they would just fall off. So it's good that we have ears, and it's good to be able to hear. So this outer part and inner part, too, is made of cartilage. It bends. It really hurts when you get hit in the ear. Please try to refrain from getting hit in the ear. So what I'm going to do here is do my outer ring first, and all I'm doing, let me bring my brush size down a little bit more, coming along here like this, and it comes down. Make it a little bit thicker line weight through here like this. And then you have where you're by the bottom of the earlobe. And this is the trickiest part. Tricksy hobbitses. What we do is come in through here like this, and just another line like that. And that is a basic ear, and how you're going to draw an ear. And from there, you know, your eye line from here to here. Sort of like that. And you know, you can build on top of blah, blah. That sort of thing like that. So I never start with the ear to draw, but if you want to do hyper-realistic ears, I call this hyper-realistic ears because my ears usually look like this whenever I'm doing my little quick sketch. My ear would look like here, and I'm just satisfied with my ear like this. I don't go into a lot of detail. It again depends what the client wants and what you're trying to convey. So let's talk about a 3/4 ear here. Let me go ahead and get rid of all this. And I know there's other ways to do this, but that's the way I just did it. So a 3/4 ear, again, this is very oval shape. Coming through here like this, up around this area here like this. And the thinner lines will recede. They're actually get thinner. So ideally, the line back here should be thin, and it should be thicker up through here because it's closest to the camera. And again, this area right through here where your earlobe's at is this area right through here. So I'm just bringing it down, whoop, like that. And this area right here is this area in through here. So you're going to bring it down here like this. And then one more to complete your ear to the 3/4 view. So again, if I'm drawing my head, oops, get out of there. My head is this way here. You may see part of the ear over here like this. Ah, it's the wrong way. Let me get a different color so everything's not convoluted. We'll do it blue. And my 3/4 ear comes out here like this. They come in here, thick to thin, and I have an ear. You know, space it all out, little dots for the eyes. That's the eyes, little nose action, kind of a smirk, eyebrows. And we have some hair, yay. And that's the 3/4 view of an ear. So let's open up for any questions about ears, because I'm going to draw an elf here in a second. Anybody have any questions, Mr. Texas Walking the Wrong Way Ranger?
Not that I see, no.
All right, good. Must mean I'm doing something right. And we're going to be doing this a lot in my my fantasy art class. But for an elven ear, especially if you're drawing like a night elf from World of Warcraft, and what made these ears popular was not Warcraft, believe it or not. There was a series called Poison Elves, way back when, because before all D&D ears for elves, again, making a nice little Vulcan ear type point here. And we're doing the same basic lines. I have to draw the outer part first, just like that. Make sure that we draw the bottom part. Come in through here like this. And you have your basic Vulcan ear. I'm gonna rip his bangs off. I love Into the Darkness. If you've not seen that, great show. One of my other favorite lines, and I really mean this, is, I'm not for sure what I'm supposed to do, but I know what I can do. Brilliant lines. So with that, I can show you how to draw a night elf type ear. Again, looking for shapes. Night elf ear is huge. Almost very triangular-ish. Help me out. Triangular looking. There you go. So again, I still need to draw the outer part of the ear through here. And because it's so long, I'm definitely going to get some thick to thin line weight. And just like this bottom part of the ear here, coming all the way down like this. And the elven ear, let's go ahead and start with this. We're going to have this placement here where the ear canal is at, so they can definitely hear, because that's where all the sound's going to go. But because it's so long, we may have 1 or 2 areas like this, and maybe even the 3rd area, because, you know, who's seen an elven ear up close? If you have, let me know, because I want to nibble on one if it's a hot chick. Elven ear, something like this. And this kind of leads me to what Deb, Steve's significant other, was talking to me about through Steve. She's like, hey, you didn't show anything about ethnicity last class period when I was talking about eyes, ears, and nose, and she's totally right. I didn't even think about that. I was so wrapped up in just getting placement in this, but ethnicity plays a key role because, you know, color makes the world go around. Some great African heroes out there. Bishop's one of them. I love him from the X-Men. And then Nick Fury from the Avengers. He was white, but now he's black. That's cool. Samuel L. Jackson, he's one bad mother, watch your mouth sort of guy. So I apologize for not teaching about ethnicity. This is the closest I can come tonight. We have elven ears. So that's ethnicity, isn't it, Mr. Ranger?
Ethnicity?
Yeah, he's an elf, right?
Not sure if the definition extends to other races.
Throw me a bone here, man. Throw me a bone. All right. Tell you what we're going to do. What I want you guys to do, you have 1 minute, 2 minutes to do an ear, and I'm going to draw it along, and then we come back, we'll take screens. It's almost 10 o'clock at the top of the hour, my time, and then we're going to move straight into hands and feet. So draw an ear with me. Come in through here, and I totally goofed that up. Bottom earlobe like this. Outer core through here like that. Again, kind of making thick to thin line weight because you don't want a boring read. You're going to come down here. Close it up almost through here. Ear canal placement like that. And we have an ear. So your job when we come back is to give me a Vulcan ear, a human ear, and a night elf ear, okay? And we're going to take screens really quick. I'm going to move on. You can see over here on this side here, how I broke the foot down, starting the circle, toe holding area, how we're going to build it up, and then we're going to put little digits on here. Same thing with the side view. And all we're doing is going back to basic shapes. Circle, kind of an oval shape, an egg, and that's how I'm building my feet. I don't really like toes. I don't like toes at all. I think they're gross and disgusting. Anyway, and then again, the bottom of a foot with simple shapes like that. And that could be a key roll if you're going to be kicking somebody, or, you know, because you can make a cool perspective shot where you see the bottom area. Here's my butt area through here. Here's my face up through here. Gets really bitty. And here's my arms, sort of thing. We'll go over all about that later. But that's what I want you guys to do on break. Of course, use the bathroom or get a drink if you need one. And when we come back, we'll take screens of your ears and move on. Does that go with you, Mr. Texas Walking the Wrong Way Ranger?
Sounds good.
Roger that. Then we're taking 10, and we will be right back.
Alrighty.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. I personally climbed a 100-foot tall tree, rescued a cat, put it down, gave it back to the little girl while we were on break. Mr. Nelson, I'm not for sure what he did. I think he actually read the entire Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in Klingonese. And for you, Nick, not Nick, Mr. Nelson, Nick Nick. Means what do you want, toilet breath in Klingonese? I am uber dork, not. That's 3 times I've said that, but only once in class. And we're moving right along. Let's see a couple of ears, and then we're going to go on the feet. So who wants to let me see their screen about their ears?
Alrighty, screen time. Anybody have their words?
You know, they say ear today, gone tomorrow. I love you too, buddy.
All right, we have a Mr. Miguel.
All right,
we
let's
have a
see Mr.
Jane,
Miguel.
actually. Jane snuck in first.
Okay.
Oops. Hello.
Hello, Jane. You saucy young dude. Look at that.
I can only remember what 2 ears you wanted. I couldn't remember the third.
I wanted a human, Vulcan, and a night elf ear, but I like what you did with the little earring. It's good. I like the earring. That's a nice little touch. So what do you think? Ears are pretty easy, aren't they?
No, no.
What?
I always find, well, no. It is easier now because I have done a few for your other assignments, but it took a while to get used to. Like the inner part always gives the trouble.
And to be honest, me too. That's why I make like my little, symbol for an ear. But I really wanted to kind of break down where the ear canal would go. And I think if you just remember the outer part goes first, and remember that ear canal, and then you just have like one support beam. That's what I call it. I just made that up. Oh, there's number 2. Said the liar. So I did say it. That's what I call them now. You did a great job.
Okay, thanks.
You're quite welcome. Mr. Miguel, let's see his ears.
Alrighty. Mr. Miguel coming up.
Not bad. I like the Vulcan ear. I would have ears like that. somewhat like that. The thing you got to remember, Mr. Miguel, on your ear canal, make sure they're actually touching that ridge to give it that look. But your 3/4 ear is really good. Again, make sure they're touching, and I didn't specify that, but you definitely want them touching that outer part there. But otherwise, spot on, well done. I like pointed ears, but I don't think I want to have big night elf ears. I mean, that would be a pain in the ass. Can you imagine sitting down driving a car and your ears get in the way? That's just my 2 cents. Why is it 2 cents? You have to put your 2 cents in, but it's only a penny for your thoughts. Where does the extra penny go? Just food for thought. Well done, Mr. Miguel. I'm proud of you. Anybody else? If not, we will continue to move on to feet.
Actually, it looks like we have a Mr. Wolf and a Mr. Leonard.
Roger that.
It's just show Leonard. Mine aren't very good.
Is this yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad. It looks like the first side ear, the line comes down a little bit too far. But, ears are strange. Ears like fingerprints. Every ear is
here or here? Here?
Top. Very top. Yeah, right there.
The bottom.
But your Vulcan ear, your 3/4 ear view, and then Night Elf ear. Night Elf ear on the far right definitely needs a little bit more work just because of the line weight variation. But you got good placement, man. Well done.
All right. Cool.
It's eerie how well you're doing. Oh, my God, I'm on fire. Thank you, I'm on fire. Not. Go ahead, said the liar. Let's bring Mr. One of you people tomorrow is going to say that to somebody because of me tonight. That is my goal. All right, Mr. Leonard, let's bring him in.
Alrighty.
My God, Leonard, you went crazy.
I went crazy. We got all sorts of ears.
Holy crap. I like the cauliflower ear makes me want to throw up. I've seen a dude like that. Seriously, you hang out around MMA guys enough, someone's like shows up like, yeah, I got a cauliflower ear. That sucks and it hurts. I love the rendition of the pointed Vulcan ear that's more elongated, like a demon ear. But see how easy it is now to make ears?
Yeah. I've always really never been able to draw an ear that looked like beans, and it's like, oh, this is cool. It's easy now.
I love you. We want your testimonial.
Derek makes it easy. Yeah.
Derek is easy. Not, said the liar, because I am. Well done. We'll move to feet now unless there's anybody else. Good job, Leonard.
Thank you.
Real quick, are you jealous because Steve called me a luscious piece of man meat?
Well, yeah.
I told him that. I told him you'd hurt your feelings. All right, I'm sorry. Sorry that you had to hear that through me, okay?
Yeah. Gee,
I know. Sorry. It's all good. Thank you, Leonard, for being honest, okay? That's all I've ever asked.
Yeah.
All right. Moving right along, let's learn some feet. All right, here we go. Make sure my brush, I have no brush. Obviously, it's my eraser. There's my eraser tool, my brush tool. I'm on my layer right here like this. Tell you what, let's take all this junk here, all my feet. I'm going to hit Control-C for copy. I'm going to hit File, New. I'm going to hit OK. And you know why that didn't work? Because I didn't have the right layer selected. I'm a dork. Here we go. Control-Copy. I'm going to File, New. I'm going to hit OK. Control-V. And I'm going to do this selection thing again. Select everything, hit Control-T, and shrink my feet up a bit like this so I have some working room, some real estate to muck and move about in. And hit Control-D to deselect. Get my brush tool back here, and I'm going to break down feet for you, okay? Real simple. I will start off with the blue, and we're going to follow along step 1, step 2, step 3 that I have illustrated over here. But as I instruct, I encourage everyone to follow along. We're going to go to the top view first of your foot, and I'm making a circle. And it's not the perfect circle. And then I have like where my arch goes like through here. I'm going to, I should have selected a different layer. Here we go. And I'll do a red color now. So we have our heel, our base. We have where, you know, the top of your foot. And this is all gets connected in through here like this. So almost looks very not nice looking. But from here, if this is going to be your big toe, I mean, I'm barefoot right now. I forgot my bunny slippers. I think they're in the laundry actually. But if my big toe is right here, everything's going to slant down at this angle like that. So this is why I do my little arch thing. I bring this up here like this, and I arch it down as so. So really quick recapping. I got a circle through here. I scoot up just a little bit. I make the top of my foot, and then I connect everything in my big toe areas right over here and branch it down like this. So now what I'm going to do is put some detail into it. So I get a black brush. I will make sure my opacity is up so I can go over everything. And I'm coming across on top of everything like this, where my foot is at. Let me take my brush stroke or size down a little bit. That's what she said, not said the liar. Coming up through here like this. And I'm building actually my toe, my big toe, through here like this. So 1, 2, that's kind of big. 3, and 4, and 5. And you can kind of erase some of that through here like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this area through here, hit Control T, because I think it's a little bit too big. There, I'm happy with that foot size like that. And that is a foot. And of course, you know, if you want to get all technical and all that sort of stuff, whenever you do toenails, what I do is I'll build a line, 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 so it goes in that arch pattern, and then I'll round them off the top like this. I have black toes. You should have been there at the Buzz Cave. That's all I can say about that. And then ideally, just get rid of your legs going to come up through here like this. And that's the top of a foot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it all over again because I believe in repeating myself and what you did not catch the first time because you were looking down at your screen. Hopefully this will make a little more sense. So getting my brush back, I started with a circle. I brought my foot placement area through here. And my toes are going to go. I'm connecting everything through here like this. I forgot to show you the back of the heel at this certain angle. So that's the back of the heel. Your bone up through here. And because I have my placement holders right here, I can start building 1 toe, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can just make your little toe placement areas right through here. And that is how simple a foot can be. I even switched the angle up a little bit. I mean, you can have fun with it. There's no right or wrong as long as you have toes. You don't really have to have toes because we can make, are you ready for this? Of course you are. An alien toe. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build through here just like before because I started with my circle and my toe placement. Bring my heel back here like this. And for the toes, and you have an alien foot. I'm an alien. And what I'd like to do for this is I'd actually come in through here, a little detail for the knuckles and stuff would be, or your phalanges, carpals and metacarpals and all that fun stuff. And you have an alien foot. And seriously, it's that simple. You can do all sorts of crazy fun stuff for it. So do we have any questions before we go to the side view?
Nope.
Works for me. Must mean I'm doing well. Not, said the liar. Okay, that now is getting on my nerves, so I'm going to stop it. Not, said the liar. Okay, so at least I'm amusing myself, okay? Right? Slightly? Are you amused, Mr. Texas, walking the wrong way, Ranger?
Always.
Thank you. Before we leave tonight, I really want you to try to say your own name, because it's very hard to say, Texas walking the wrong way, Ranger. Can you say that for me once?
I doubt I'm capable of that.
Okay. Well, you know, I think you're capable of many great things. Maybe it's not that. So what we're going to do here is our side view of our foot. I'm literally starting with a circle, and then I have my egg. Now, if you look at this here, same circle. I mean, literally watch this. Here we go. Selecting, hitting Control-T, and I'll turn this around. Wow, it looks pretty much like that, doesn't it? So I'm using basically the same fundamental building blocks. Control-Z, okay, Control-D. But for a side view, get my brush back here. And I'm going to build, I'll get a different color to build upon. I'm literally coming down through here like this where your Achilles tendon's at. Man, if I was Achilles, that would suck to have the Achilles tendon, and that's where you got shot by a freaking arrow and killed by that little pansy boy, Paris. Anyway, that's your Achilles tendon right through here. And I'm going to come down a nice smooth area like this. Oops, hold on. I'm actually give it a small heel like this. And that's my foot. That's my foot minus toes. It's like in a boot. I mean, I can literally come and build. What's that on the boot? And you have a boot. Just by those simple circle and egg shape, you got a boot. So I'm going to do it again. And again, I encourage you guys to follow along. Cut that out like that. So let's try something a little bit different. What we're going to do is we're going to place the circle. I need a different color here. I'm going to place a circle here. But instead of the egg coming right through here, I'm actually going to bring the egg down at an angle like this. And the reason why I want to do that is I'm going to show you how to draw an arch for a female's foot at this point of view. You're going to have the Achilles tendon come down again like this. Quick arch. This comes down at an angle like this. Top of her foot. Oops, hold on. It's like she's in her glass slipper. And with this, you could and then you put your little toes through here. And you quickly have placement for a female foot and a really bad high heel. But literally, this is how simple this is. All we're doing is doing basic shapes. Another way I draw feet. Let me get rid of this. I'm a big proponent of triangles. And you have your placement for your bones through here. You may see a little bit of the heel back through here. And then your leg comes up like this. Let me show you a few. Hold on. Open. Do I have any feet in here? This is card art. I do a lot of placement of feet. Hold on. Let's come to So much crap. Anthology. Here we go, Buffy. So I was doing a tryout for a board game, Buffy-esque, where you fight vampires, had to be kind of cartoony. But again, talking about feet, I'll get a different color here. You know, the leg comes through here, gastrocnemius pops out. Again, this is a very cartoony style. This would be where her placement of her foot would be. I do my little bone right through here. And all this is almost a triangle. Knee placement. This is exactly what I just showed you guys a moment ago. And you have where her, her boot's at. And that's how simple it is. It's not rocket science. We don't have to get in there with super amounts of great detail, unless you're doing a foot shot. I mean, sometimes in comic books, you're called like someone sneaking up close up on a foot, and that's the case. I actually break out my combat boots and I look at them. Or sometimes what I like to do is like the bottom of a foot. It's on the fly, so you have to forgive me. But in my combat boots, I like to draw all the integral parts that are coming through here like this on the bottom. Of course, you spend a lot more time on it. And you build it up through here like this, but it's kind of a cool shot of someone's kicking you, and you can do all sorts of line weight variations and all that sort of stuff, and really doctor it up and make it really cute and awesome. But feet are very important. So with that, we'll go back to wherever my first, hold on, don't need to save that. Here we are. That's the triangle foot. That's the front view. So let's just add something else, another element onto this. So if my foot actually came in here like this, the top layer of my foot and my big toe is going to be here. All these are little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you've got a foot, and I like to put some of the tendons in there, like this, ankle bone, and that's how the foot would fit into the triangular shape of a boot. So it's really easy. So do we have any questions on that?
Doesn't look like it, no.
Okay. Well, you must be doing really well, and I'm very proud of you. I'm very happy about that. So I will get rid of what I just did here. Edit, cut.
Dude, something just came in asking you to make women feet again.
Okay, I can do that. Giggity, giggity. I can make women feet all day long. Okay, let's start out with our basic circle through here. Now again, this is going to be down at an angle like this because I want to have that arch. This is going to be my heel. I'm going to come down here with my other little egg area like this. I'm going to come back in and get a darker color. This is going to be flat. Follow this down here. This will come down here like this. I don't like that. Hold on. And you can, like I said, have some sort of heel-esque looking thing. We have our toes out like this, our ankle bone like this, and maybe a little strap here like that. But that's a slight arch, another arch that's really huge. And forgive me, I didn't build my building blocks at first. I just threw the boot or the leg or the foot out there, but we'll deconstruct it backwards. So you have your first circle through here. You have your second egg shape through here, and this is where your toes are going to come out through here. That way you can have that big angle that you need and what seems to be the standard for comic book stuff. So did that answer your question? Did that help out?
Maybe? Yes, it did.
Awesome. Awesome, Possum, said the liar not. Okay, let's get rid of this here. Because we're going to save the best for last. We're going to talk about hands here in a moment. And hands tell the tale. You need hands to hold a newborn baby. It's a Sex Pistols song. I'm not being crazy. Okay, maybe I am. Let's talk about the bottom of the foot. Start with a circle like this. My placement holder through here. And I'm literally going to get a dark color here. And I'm going to trace the contours such. Now the bottom of your foot, this, forgive me, I don't know the actual muscle name, but it's going to come up through here like this. And again, your toes, this is the big toe, are going to come down at an angle like this. So you have one toe, 2, 3, 4, like this. And this is literally the bottom of your foot. I'll do it again. Let's do another demonstration, shall we? Yes, we shall. So I have my circle here. I've got my placement holder right through here. And I know this is going to be my big toe area. So come up through here like this. Connect it all together. We'll do black now to throw the detail in here. And you can tell in this illustration that I had my big toe kind of standing alone. And I didn't really like throw in all these little lines like that. It's just kind of another style that you can do. Suppose out here like this, suppose out here like this. And you've got a bottom of a foot. That's how you draw a bottom of a foot. Any questions on that?
It doesn't look like it, no. Yeah, it doesn't seem so. Am I muted?
Paste. Come down here again. Control T. Move these down so I have some real estate to actually work on. Hit Enter. Control D to deselect. And I'll make yet another layer. Let's talk about these hands here, shall we? Yes, we shall. Let's get a different color. We'll go back to red. Hands. Mander. Can you still hear me, Mr. Nelson?
What's my what?
Okay, I heard some background noise stop suddenly. I'm like, oh crap, they lost the connection. Okay, we're still here. That's good. So with hands, they tell emotion. Very important in comic books, and I'll tell you why. Because comic books convey a mood. They tell a story. Just like you're framing up something for a camera in a movie shot. Just to have a face. Hold on. Here's my face. I have my neck here. Let's give her kind of like, oops. All right, face here. And this is, I'm framing this up right here, okay? And let me get an adult drink. And I'll tell you what, I mean, that could be a really cool close-up of a human face for your shot. Nothing wrong with that. But if you want to get in a way to convey even more emotion, which is very important because everything is stagnant, you could literally get rid of that, come in here, and I make my little placement holder like I have here, like this. I build my circle for my thumb. Thumb comes up here like this. fingers. It's a little thick. But because I have this hand here, we use our hands all the time for emotion and to talk. They hold tools. A lot of my work, especially concept work, Steve was giving me crap earlier today. He's like, you make them all in balled fist. I do make them in balled fist, because he's usually holding a weapon of some sort. But this is why hands are so important. Even in this small illustration right here, take that away, you just have a face right here. You can tell she's conveying some sort of, or it is conveying some sort of emotion. So I get rid of this, and we will start building our hands. All right, like before, my placement holder, top of the hand. Okay, this is where my wrist is going to go. Just like our toes, our hands, our fingers actually come up like a mitten. That's probably the easiest way to convey. Look at mittens. My thumb area is over here. I'm not really even concerned with the thumb just yet. I'm going to use another color right here, blue. And you see the little spider veins here? I'll actually come down here, sometimes more in the middle. So I have 1, 2, 3, and he's going to be a 3-fingered person. There we go. And my fingers here, I build on top of this. They look like little sausages. And then from here, we have a basic hand. That's all we're going to do right now, just basic until like a few more minutes from now. And, oh no, I got my finger cut off. There we go, 5 fingers. 5-finger death punch. So that's how I'm starting to build my hands. The other way is, again, I'm looking for basic, simple shapes. Coming back through here like this. My fingers going to go. Placement for my thumb. And from here, I can literally go 1, 2, 3. When I go 3, I actually have 4 because of the way it's cut out. I can come back in here with a darker weight or paint. My thumb's through here. I have a crease in my hand here. This is where the palm starts, and you have all sorts of cool muscles in through here. And then from my this belt, I could literally come in through here like this. And I have a cheap, easy hand with fingers by just building on it like that. Your key and your friend right now are mittens because they house all the fingers. And we're going to do with some dynamic hands here in a moment. But to get the building blocks like this is what we're doing. We're just building simple hands. Let me take this here. Control T. All right, so with that premise, with this hand right here, again, I am still building. Let me get this right color real quick for us. I'm still building my block here. What's a little bit different is I may actually make kind of perspective through here. When my wrist is coming down here like this, I still have my mitten area right through here like this. So then I go back to a black, and I go to my little spider veiny things. So I now have 1, 2, 3, and we'll do 4 here. Bring the brush size down a little bit. And it's important you start with whatever's closest to the camera. If you start in the middle, you're going to get all mucked up. So you start with whatever finger is close or digit is closest to the camera. And you follow your mitten pattern. So I have my finger here. It's 1. This is the second one here. A little bit bigger. 2, 3, 4, and we give a small indication where the thumb is at. And that is how you build a hand in that position. And you can come in through here, give them nails, stuff like that. So again, this is down, dirty, simple, and basic, because that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to have a good solid foundation so you can start exploring what dynamic hands are. And we're getting ready to move to dynamic hands here in a minute. Do we have any questions on hands, this part of the hands? Anything I need to go over again, because again, square for the palm. You have your mitten area through here, your wrist area through here. Make a little circle for placement of my thumb. 1, 2, 3, and then area here for where the palm's at. And come in like that, and I have a real basic hand. Do we have any questions?
It doesn't look like it, no.
Awesome. Awesome indeed. So get out of this area right through here, and let's start talking about dynamic hands. Hands, like I said, tell stories. It actually helped me get a job once. The art director's like, hey, if you can draw me a hand, I'll give you a job, because if you can draw a hand, you can draw anything, and you can. There's lots of digits in the hand, lots of bones in the hand, and let's copy, file, new, bullocks. Let's do this, Control-C for copy, file, new, okay, Control-V for paste. Take this down here like this, Control-T to bring them. Actually, you know what, let's actually pump them up a little bit. And I'll just trace over top of them how I did all the building blocks. Control deselect, put another layer on. Let's get this opacity down. I'll create another layer here. Go back for the blue. Now we're running into some perspective, foreshortening and stuff. But even with my fist here, I have my palm. That's my basic square. I know from here, my wrist is going to be built on top of it like that. I already showed you that I have a circle for where my thumb placement's going to go. And you have folds of skin in your thumb when it bends like this. So I have my thumb here like this. Oops, hold on. It's also really important, because what I just did was wrong. I started bringing my thumb in like through here. Well, it doesn't happen that way. It needs to come back through here, because you have skin and digits. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then what I do is I build on top of this like the hand is closed. And then I have my fist. And the reason I put all these little details in here, I used to do a lot of 3D stuff, and it's almost like vertices or splines, if you want to call it that. That helps give you an idea what's going on. If you look at this here, here's my building block right here. I have my circle here. Thumb's going to jet out like this. And so from right up here, one finger. Now here's a key thing. It's a pretty terrible finger. When you're drawing like a spellcaster, or someone has some sort of energy weapon out of their hand, because I could very easily put like the Iron Man thing through here, like it's starting to warm up. Your fingers come out at an angle like this. And especially female fingers, instead of just making a straight line like that, I mean, that's all right. But I try to do it to accent feminine fingers, as I'll draw a straight line here, draw, I guess, a little pooch like that, and just bring it straight down. This thumb is not feminine at all, but that's how you draw the shortening of the fingers right here like that. Let's actually get rid of that and let's go over it again, because I'm not very happy with it. All right, so let's make it more female-like. I'm going going to come through here. My little block that I draw from my thumb. So here's my little, darn it, my little cut through here like this. You have a little bit of meat through here. When I come up here like this, we'll make them kind of elongated. You can say come in, out like this, straight line. Here we go, and we start going down knuckle. It's a little bit thick. I come in here and start erasing some stuff. And a little more in the eraser area right here. Let me get to the red paint. Now again, you can tell that I have like my little splines in here. I just wanted to show you these areas you build upon. You don't actually have to do that, but if they were cylindrical tube-like areas, that's what they'd be like right through here. So it's just another visual cue that can help you build your fingers. Because I'm telling you, I've been drawing forever, and I hate drawing hands. I have like 2 or 3 hands that I draw all the time. And these are the hands that I'm showing you tonight. Other hands, other positions, you know, I have to look at it. I suggest with your cell phone, you take pictures of it. You always want to have references for hands. If you're holding something, hold on. We'll go over holding something here in a minute as well. Do we have any questions so far in any of this?
Leonard says that he has monkey paws.
It's a start.
I don't necessarily know if that's a question, but...
Well, to be honest, Leonard does have hairy knuckles, and he may very well have monkey paws. Oh, you're talking about his drawing monkey paws. Never mind. Sorry, Leonard, that was too much information. Not, said the liar. All right, so we're going to come over here. Again, here is my building block, my thumb area. Notice how my thumb is going back like that. This is a big key. I mean, you can have your thumb up like this, but I try to do to make it more dynamic is I'll have my thumb out here like this. It kind of like a clicked arch, that digit right through here bends back. And if you look, here's my mitten area, and my palm, and my building blocks right here. So one finger starts to bend a little bit. And then we can come up like this. And that's the position of this hand. I wish there was like a technical name for it, but there's not. It's that, here's the hand, it's in this position right here. So let's go over here to like this clawed hand. We're going to fix it up. I think it's too elongated. But if I come in through here and make my building blocks, and then my thumb area is going to come in through here like this. Here's my mitten area like this through here. And you can literally draw your splines like that. And let's get a different color so it's not so convoluted. We'll do blue. So my splines go out through here, my support system. Make a finger through here. And my little thumb. And what the circle is here is where your finger is bending. It's dynamic, like, I'm in pain, this sucks. So then this is even more exaggerated and bent, like this. But you have to remember you have the other side of your fingers right through here, some skin. And then your pinky will come in here like that. And you have a hand who's in pain or really trying to accentuate something. So we have any questions on this?
Nope.
Here's the $10,000 question. What I like to do is whoever's been drawing along, I really want to see it with your feet, your hands. Let me see what you got because it's important for me to gauge what I've taught and to see if you guys have any actual questions. So who wants to volunteer? Let me see what's going on with them real quick.
So go ahead, raise your hands, post in the questions panel, or make me aware.
Listen, guys and gals, fingers and hands are not easy. So don't be ashamed, Mr. Monkey Paws. We'll use Nair on your hands, Leonard, if you want to show us.
All right, looks like Miguel is the first.
Okay. How you doing, man? Probably can't hear me again. I like what you're doing. You're following along. You got the building blocks. You have good hands. I mean, they're coming together. And the key thing is this: you have to practice and practice and practice with hands. Sometimes, and I'll show you here in a minute, I put gloves on them. So, you don't have to have a lot of fine detail on the fingers. It's okay for them to be a little bit fat. Or you can I put a lot of leather gloves on my chicks because I think it's really hot to have a chick in leather gloves. Man, an eye patch too. A chick with an eye patch, holy cool. If you look like Angelina Jolie, that's what I picture in that Sky City thing. Just the big lips, eye patch, and gloved hands. Makes me happy. Makes my toes curl. Not said the liar. I like how you're putting your thumb placements on there. Oh, your feet. Hey, rock on. I like your triangular foot there. I like how everything's coming together. And again, this isn't going to happen overnight, ladies and gentlemen. It's something that you guys have to practice on. But now you have the proper tools and you know where everything goes for placement. Miguel, well done, sir. I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work.
Alrighty. Next up, I believe we have a Jane.
Awesome, mama. Holy crap on a cracker. Did you do this?
Yeah, right.
No, listen.
That one there.
Okay,
I
well,
just couldn't get that one.
We'll practice on that one. Let's not talk about what you didn't do. Let's talk about what you did do great. Those bottom hands there are pretty damn good. Seriously.
These?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that one right there.
Oh. This
really
is
love
one I like the best.
I love it. And again, there's just so many building blocks, and that's why I usually start everything in blue and I'm doing it digital, so I have at least a base drawing. Then then I'll come build up forms and stuff like that. So you don't get to see all my crap work. Like, I don't know if this works. Should I do it this way or not? But you're doing great, Jane. What do you think about fingers and thumbs now?
I guess okay.
What?
I have to work on it.
That's right. We all have to. I have to work on it. Everyone has to work on it. Do you have any feet to show me? Ooh.
Yeah, I do. Just a sec. I gotta shorten, get that out of here. I didn't do well on those ones.
Well, I liked your triangle foot, the red in it. I mean, that looks like a freaking foot. That looks really good. The very bottom two, I can tell their feet they're doing pretty good. The second arched foot, the one with the shoe, the only thing that I really think you have to do is elongate the toes.
Yeah. Yep. I thought so too, yeah.
But again,
I didn't finish that one.
That's all right, but you're getting the general tools and, the flow for things. So you're doing great, man. I'm proud of you.
Was there something else?
You got your funky ears there. You did great.
That's it. Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks. I have to practice, I guess.
You do, and there's no shortcut. I wish there was. Like I said, I wish there was a magic pill or a magic button that we can push, a magic wand we could, wave, and we'd all be happy. And, feel like butterflies and bunny rabbits and dream the crow black dream. Not said the liar. Have you said it yet? Have you said
it? Nope.
Not.
No, I haven't.
But you will tomorrow. You're like,
No, I won't.
yes, you will too, said the liar. Okay. Thank you very much, Miss Jane. Do we have another victim?
It looks like the final victim is a Oh, we have two more victims. I'll do Tom first to give Leonard a little bit more time.
Mr. Tom Ireland, I see him on my Facebook page all the time. I'm glad that you're here, man.
Hello.
I love your last name because I'm Irish. Are you Irish? With a name like that, you should be, right?
That was pretty much the only thing you said to me on Facebook. You opened up a message window and said, I want to steal your last name.
Right? I do. I could be Derek Ireland. That would be awesome.
It could be Derek Ireland. It's a good name.
Thank you very much. I'm not even going to say not said the liar. I'm glad that you're here, sir. Anyway, hey.
So am I.
How the hell are you doing tonight?
This morning, it's nearly 1 p.m. and I should have been asleep because I do night work.
Crap. Well,
this was the first anatomy class that I've actually properly joined, and I'm glad I did. They're fun.
Well, good, because I'm starting to drink some adult beverage now. We're going to have like X-rated anatomy classes. Real life story. We're not going to do that. Real life story. I was in like a forum with Jim Lee. He does tons of stuff for Batman now, and he was Marvel, Image, and DC. But this is when his Wildcats cartoon was coming on. And we got to see behind-the-scenes stuff of it. And this dude raised his hand. There's this chick named Void who is in this metallic silver suit. And she's hot. I mean, he draws women really well. And he's like, do you guys ever draw, inappropriate things with your characters? And Jim's like, no, we don't. It's not like we draw porn back there and make cartoons out of it. It's a job. I mean, anyway. I get to say, exactly. I get to say breast and poop tonight, and we seen Diaper Man thanks to Jane, but we won't really have an X-rated.
Diaper Man.
I did like Diaper Man. I'm Diaper Man, and I'm upset, and I'm going to poop on you. Her breast, not said the liar. I said them all in sequential order. All right, let's talk about your hands, dude.
Yeah, man.
Seriously, the bottom right hand, where it's like Doctor Strange, like pointing towards you. That's a brilliant looking hand. I love the arches. I love how you concaved just in the right spots. And the other hand I really like is one right above that, where you didn't really finish it. It's very sketch-like. If you go ahead and wrap those fingers around that, that's the quintessential building blocks of a really freaking cool hand. You're getting a really good grasp for this stuff. I'm really glad that you're here.
Yeah, thanks.
Quite welcome. Do you have any feet to show me?
Yeah, hang on.
All right.
If it doesn't all explode on me. Hang on, let's get rid of that. Ignore that one. Got it. I don't like that. I messed around with like this idea of like some sort of like weird freakish three-toed. I even like tried to make the nails really long and horrible and like kind of clawed at.
It reminds me of some people who live in the hills here in North Carolina. We inbreed around here. No, seriously, we have mountain people that don't come down maybe once or twice a year to get supplies.
Oh, man.
When I go hiking, like I told Steve, if he came down, we went hiking, and I hear the banjo playing, I will trip him. I will leave him to die from the banjo people. He's gone. I don't have to outrun the bear. I have to outrun the banjo people. I will trip whoever's next to me. And those toes are
nice. It's kind of nice that they're kind of like cats. Like you hear the banjo, kind of like the birds hear the cat bell. They're like, something's up. Something's coming.
Don't move. Just stay still. All right, that's being silly. Okay, we need to work on your feet, sir.
Oh, yeah. No, I completely agree.
But you got the building blocks and you have the tools. And again, I'm really glad you're actually joining class live tonight. So that's very cool. We got another person. Yay! And next week we're going to be doing the dynamic poses. Have you listened to any of the other classes on anatomy, physiology? Ooh, ears.
No, not yet. Like I said, this is the first anatomy class I've actually had a chance to draw. I don't even draw. This is just like because I'm up at this hour and I saw the classes on, and I thought, why not?
Why not?
Exactly.
I'm drinking some Irish drink for you right here. Here I go. Ready? Here I go. Oh. It's Mr. Tom Ireland. Tom Ireland. God bless you, lad. All right, your ears. I like the Vulcan ear. Again, a great placement of like all the splines of the support system. Your elongated night elf ear, really well done, spot on. I'm going to bust you on line width variation. You got some line weight down towards the bottom of them, which looks really good, but that makes everything else look very one-dimensional or very just flat. So if you can continue with that, that's what I suggest. Your three-quarter ear looks brilliant. So well done, Tom. I'm glad you're here, sir.
Well, thank you, man.
Funky-looking ear.
Cheers.
So let me ask you real quick. Does that guy work at a copy place or a coffee shop because he's got one of those big-ass earrings that will never grow together?
Yeah, he's got like 3 strands of hair sticking out one side of his head. They'd be colored as well. They'd be like bright pink.
Awesome.
He probably has a lot more jewelry.
I can dig it. I can definitely dig it. Well done. Come back next week.
I think I will.
Yay! All right, cool. Well done. I'm going to talk to you more besides wanting to steal your last name.
All right, man.
All right. Cheers, dude. All right, who's the next victim, sir?
Alrighty, looks like the next and final victim is a Mr. Leonard.
Leonard!
Hello.
Hey, how you
There's
doing?
the scary feet. Good.
Okay, the top right, it looks like she or he reminds me of this chick, seriously, that I seen today, where she had high heels on and just like rolls of fat. And that's, hey, listen, fat people need love too, all right? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with fat people. I'm saying that's what it looks like. So it was,
That's what I thought too.
it was like, oh my God, this chick never works out.
Yeah,
Remember, the ankle comes in.
elephant leg.
It is. The ankle tapers down. It tapers down, very cylindrical like. That poor chick's like, good Lord, Jesus help me. I don't even walk to the refrigerator anymore. I'm in a rascal. I just scoot over there. That's funny.
Now we'll go into the hand. See, there's my monkey paw. Yeah. You got those hands, and then there's your dynamic hands.
Leonard, those are good, dude. Very good. Again, it's going to take time and practice, even for seasoned artists.
Lots of practice.
It's hard to do handwork. That's what he said. Not said the liar.
Yeah, but I'm getting the idea now.
Very good. And that's what I want to give you guys. I mean, I really wish I could have everybody in like a physical class where I could walk around and say, okay, this is good. This is what you're doing. I'd like to see how you, seriously, what you're putting down on paper or how you're flowing with your strokes and your lines so I could help you with that. Unfortunately, I don't think everybody wants to come to North Carolina and I don't have room for everyone in my house. But other than that, I really want to try to give you guys tips and tools to do whatever you want to do. I know that you have a big project. I know Miguel's, he's working for us for the MMO class, Mr. Tom Ireland. I love his last name. I'm going to find him, and we're going to drink lots whenever I go back to wherever he's from, and we'll draw for that too. And Jane is doing great. Everybody in this class has come leaps and bounds. So with that said, stay on, Mr. Leonard. We're actually at 11:01. Next week will be the last class for anatomy and physiology. And then immediately following after that class, we're going to go right into fantasy art class. I'm going to show you guys how to do dwarven beards, braid beards. We're going to do hair. Again, this is important to kind of have all these classes because this way I can really focus on clothes and weapons and armor. But at the same time, I'll still go over anatomy and physiology. But, I'll be talking like here's your deltoid, your traps, here's your brachial muscles and stuff like this. And so it's important to learn the terminology, but also, I won't say dumb it down, but I do understand not everyone's going to take all these classes. It's like, oh, fantasy art, that's cool, let's do that. But you guys and gals who have this core training here for anatomy and physiology will already be a leg up on that. So your next assignment, the last assignment is, I want anything goes. I want, it's going to be human-esque, of course. I want a human in whatever pose that you guys want. I want you to do your best at it. Just one picture. But I also want next to it your first picture that you did of a human so we can have a compare and contrast how much you guys and gals have grown in like 7 or 8 weeks if it's been that long. It's not been a long time, and Each class has been very intense. Of course, I joke around and stuff, but there's just a lot of material to cover. And looking back, what I really wish I would have done is even made the class longer, and I would have started out with bone structure. I should have made you guys learn every bone, most every bone in the body, because that's where the muscles wrap around when you learn the bones and how long they are and how they move. You have hinge joints, and anyway, coulda, shoulda, would have. And I really believe in the near future we're going to start repeating classes again. Because in time, I hope I become a better instructor, so I'm able to convey my ideas and my tricks and tips to you guys. So with that, your assignment will be to draw me a human figure. You don't have to have clothes on, him or her. Draw me a human. I want you to attach next to it your first attempt when we first started class, so we can go through and go like, wow, look how much you've improved. Is that cool with you, Mr. Leonard?
Sounds good to me.
Do you have any words of wisdom?
Practice, practice, practice.
What is the first rule of drawing, Mr. Leonard?
Practice.
No, it would be draw lightly. This is when I was doing everything by hand, and I still do the majority of my stuff by hand. But the first rule of drawing is you draw lightly, because you don't want ghost lines. The second rule of drawing is you draw lightly, because it's that important. The third rule of drawing is you use a sharp pencil. You need that sharp line. The fourth and final rule of drawing is make sure you look damn good while you're drawing. That's why I usually have my bunny slippers on, my thong, and my cowboy hat. Cowboy hat and thong is on. Slippers are in the wash right now, unfortunately. So I will leave you guys with some words of wisdom. I found this out the hard way, actually. Never hire a colorblind bomb technician. Bad mojo for everybody. Think about it. With that said, watch The Hangover 3. Great movie. Keep your feet on the ground, your ankles slightly above them. Email me at 3dbuzz. I'm the Crow. You can Facebook me, Derek Stevens. And I look forward to seeing your guys' assignments. I look also forward to moving on to the next phase. We're going to do, we got tons of stuff for the fantasy art stuff. And then right after that, I'm going to start teaching steampunk stuff. Which I'm really excited about that as well, and we'll continue more classes. Everybody's invited to the MMO class on Wednesday nights at 9 Eastern Time. We got some really cool stuff. We're going to have 2 or 3 more pages of the comic book all done to get the backstory of the Lethians, the core of the planet, and those evil damn humans trying to take their resources. I say that because I can do that and poke fun at people. But if I was a human, I'd say these are monkey people. We just need to kill and exterminate because they got my shit. So it really depends on point of view. So I invite you guys to do the MMO class because you guys already have a core background of anatomy, physiology. You have an art background, and we're always looking for more artists. Steve Curtis is head of environment and weapons. Sid, she's working on character arts. And poor Wolf Knightley. He's over the frickin' board. He's doing environments. He's on character art. He's now going to be dropping color for the comic book page. We have Donald. Miguel's on it. But we have lots more room because this thing's going to be very big. I'm going to throw something out of the bag, okay? Here you go. And you can't kill me for this, Mr. Nelson. But when we first started this MMO class, it was huge. And we had people from Nickelodeon in it. That was just one studio. People who were taking our MMO class. And we have huge amounts of surprises coming up very shortly that I will not tell because Nelson will kill me. But we never know who's watching us, so I want us to shine. We're part of 3D Buzz, and a lot of our people here have gone on to do really huge things. You guys, Leonard, you seen The Life of Pi?
No.
Well, you suck. You should see it. Great movie.
There's reasons behind that.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Visually, it was beautiful, and one of 3D Buzz's guys, well, I'm not going to mention this yet because I don't want to.
I know who it is.
He worked there. He worked for him.
Yep.
And that's amazing. And we've had people
and
go
that's
on.
why I haven't seen it as in solidarity for him for what happened.
Well, I didn't know anything about what did not happen.
Oh, there's lots of stuff. So that's about all I can say about it.
That's all you got to say. But we've had some people work on the Aliens movie. Technical director for doing technical stuff. rigging and stuff for the Queen Alien. We've had people go on to do Harry Potter and Narnia movies. We've got a lot of successful stories out there that I'm hoping that we'll get testimonials from and maybe bring some of these people back because this is where they started. And I say this to say that the sky is the limit. If you can dream it, you can do it. And that's all the sappy crap I want to say. Not said the liar. Breast poop. Diaper man. Okay, I'm done. Mr. Nelson, take us out, my friend.